follow the rules of gravity and physics and you walk on the ground like a normal person. I'm super glad that they got the lights working again, the floodlights, to actually light up the hangars, because man, it was dark in here before. As you probably saw from one of my previous videos, you could barely see your ship, and you pretty much had to turn your flashlight from your helmet on just to make your way in. I love this ship. The Cutlass Black is easily my favorite ship right now. That is with the exception of my Constellation to an extent. Well, I think the Carrack is going to be my favorite ship. But, you know, until it's actually out and I've actually flown it, that's only my thing. I love the versatility of the Cutlass Black here, so... Alright, we'll just go ahead and go flight ready. And then let's do this one for our
Your systems are online.
Go ahead and let our shields load up a little bit more here. What are we on? About 50%. Should be good enough. We'll go ahead and ask for landing to let us out. Very good. Alright, and now we get to go back on to hands-on stick and throttle. Or HOTAS as they call it. Alright, here we go. VTOL thrusters were not letting me come up for some reason. Alright, landing gear.
Landing gear up.
So we are heading straight into the sun. No. There's a rest stop out here. 3.8 million kilometers. I absolutely love the scale of this game. It's not full-on one-to-one scale, of course. They drop things down. I think the planets are 1/6 the size of what they would be in real life, and there's no reason for us to lay on the afterburner the whole time. The distance between the planets and the moons and all that, I think, is 1/10 the scale, so it does set up a lot of really cool effects where you've got a moon super close to a planet, or much closer than it actually would be, and you get those Star Wars-esque style vistas, you know, where you have this giant moon rising over the horizon. Very cool stuff.
Quantum drive is now on.
Right, so heading to Crusader first. Not sure why there's always a lag there for me. I can't remember the last time that it didn't lag on me jumping into quantum travel. So there are interdictions again. They've lowered them so they're more rare, but being that this is a rather long trip, especially there and back total, I say chances are pretty good that we get interdicted, which is fine. Then I get to brush up on my combat skills with my HOTAS, which I have not done since, gosh, 3.1, I think. I didn't get to play 3.2 at all, with the exception of jumping in, kind of checking some ships out. So ominous seeing Crusader pop up like that. Just this giant black sphere.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, so wait for our cooldown here. So we're going to hit up this orbital marker. Because of course we have to go on the exact opposite side of Crusader. And heading straight through a gas giant's not ideal. Honestly, being as close as we are to Crusader is already pretty risky in my opinion.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, do we have a clear shot now? Looks like we do. Cool. So another 1.9 million kilometer
Quantum drive is now
jump
on.
here. If you play this game, especially with the HOTAS, I cannot stress enough the importance of setting your controls to the most comfortable and efficient use for yourself.
100%.
Just being able to not have to reach over and touch things. I'm using a Cytec X52, which is admittedly not as good as I want it to be, but it's inexpensive. I will probably be picking up a Thrustmaster T16000M. Heard nothing but good things on it. Plus, there's enough switches on things to ideally not have to remove your hands from the stick or the throttle. Although I kind of have a pretty good setup here as well, so it is what it is. Alright.
Quantum drive is
There
now
is
off.
the rest stop there. Thrust our way up here to about, let's go 600. Get pretty good with that boost, getting me as close to where I want to go anyway. Alright, we'll go ahead and slow down now. Alright, so we're in an armistice zone. Wow, okay. So my throttle is not actually doing anything. Interesting. And I don't think I set up a space brake. There, I think we have control back now. Man, that is weird. Okay. Oh, wow, we are right on top of it. Alright, well, let's request permission to land. Guess that's this one here. Maybe. Are you not letting me click the button? I may be about to get disconnected again. How wonderful. Tell you what we'll do. Let's just go ahead and power off.
Shield system offline.
Let's go flight ready.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
Oh, that's it right there. Okay. I may have been clicking on the wrong
Shield
one.
system online.
Alright, so that's our landing zone there. Let's go ahead and swing out a little bit and then we'll come in. Drop our landing gear.
Landing gear down. Deck impact warning. Deck impact warning.
Try to even it up here a little bit.
Deck impact warning. Landing complete.
Another nice thing about the, let's just do engine off here. Oh, not that. Engine off. Get it. Another nice thing about the, what was I gonna say now? See, I've lost track of my thoughts here. Oh, the Thrustmaster T16000M HOTAS. Another nice thing about that is that where the hat switches on my thruster here, it has instead a joystick. So when I set my my strafing up, because that's where I have my strafing set up now. Right now on the X52, it's essentially an on and off button, right? If I press down on the hat switch, it's going full throttle strafe down, which is not ideal when trying to make smooth landings and whatnot. I have to basically tap, tap, tap until I'm down on the ground. Whereas with the T16000M, I will actually have the ability to use it as a range of motion. So I'm not necessarily, you know, having to go full throttle on a strafe. I can actually just barely press down on it and work on it that way. I will say though that it is going to be better once the new flight model comes in, because I can actually just lower the power to my thrusters down dramatically, and then even if I'm going full throttle on my down strafe, it's going to basically allow me to. Is this actually? Oh, okay, it's coming in through the admin office. I thought it was taking us up to the lockers upstairs, which would be really cool. Did they, see, they've got these here. Oh, see, I thought, just based on this, that these were actually, that this was going to be kind of a travel agency sort of thing. But instead, this is like a dumper's depot. This is like a high-end dumper's depot. Oh, just tripped apparently. Okay, so they used to have it where basically you would select the ship that you're buying for, but now it kind of makes sense. You purchase the part and then you go into your Mobi-Glass and actually equip it there instead. Man, they've really come a long way on these terminals. I really like the way they've done them there. So this should essentially be what ships come with by default, is a civilian class grade C stuff. You can see you can get a grade B military from here, and it should be different places that you go. So both these are grade C, but you can see they're different sizes. So this would be for a size 1 ship. I think actually the Cutlass is a size 2, if I'm not mistaken. So 33,000 for that. What do they have for systems? Coolers, power plants, and shield generators. Very cool. Oh, they have size 0, so that's for your super tiny ships. Civilian performance. Competition. The competition version compared to, I think this is, where's the military version? They have a military version on here. Right there. So this is size 1, grade C military. This is size 1, grade C competition. You can see the performance and the signals are almost identical. Performance gives you 1 extra signal. So there's not a whole lot of difference between those, but I'm sure that the competition one may have a faster wear rate than the military grade. I think the military grade is going to be more sturdy and essentially take longer to actually wear down. So that'll be interesting to play with. I'm definitely going to be playing a lot with that stuff. I want to get to the point. I want to be one of those guys that's able to, you know, just completely. Okay, so there's no air in here. I don't know how you guys are surviving. Did you know that you can't breathe in here? Maybe if I stand here for a little bit, they'll drop dead. Maybe not. Dude, you're kind of in the way here. I need to pick up. Sweet. All right. We'll grab this, and we'll head back to the ship. Which... Okay. I think my ship is actually despawned now. We'll see. Says it's on pad, so that was landing pad 2. So we'll just head right there. I apologize if I'm oh, there it is. I didn't turn around far enough. I apologize if I start a thought and then don't complete it. I'll try to get better at that. Cool, ship's still there. I guess I should have parked the other way around. Man, I could have parked closer too. I realize they want you to land within the yellow box here though. To which I did a pretty good job of. So eventually, because the org that I'm in, Terra Nova Incorporated, I'll put a link to them below. They are a role-playing org. I'm essentially their pilot on the exploration team, although I'll probably pilot in a few different teams, depending on where I'm needed. They, being a role-playing org, it's something that when
Engines offline.
Everything kind of gets
Engines
going,
online.
We are going to
Complete.
stop doing just generic videos, and I'm actually going to head in the wrong direction. Indeed. Alright. So yeah, instead of just doing these kind of generic
Landing gear.
videos, we're actually going to be doing more of the roleplay videos. So I will be speaking more in character, not landing gear. That's completely wrong button.
Gear down.
Distracting myself. Alright, put it back. Alright, let's go ahead
Landing
and
gear up.
spool up here.
Quantum drive is now on.
In a way, I'm kind of hoping to get
Quantum
interdicted.
drive is now off.
Is it? Okay, well that's unusual. I don't know why you did that. Is it because I can't go that far? No, okay.
Quantum drive
It's taking
is
me
now
from
on.
Crusader exactly the way it should. Man, this is a really stable patch though, I gotta say. I understand why people are saying this is a very good candidate for a live build. This is highly playable right now. While we're in here, let's go and switch this back to our comms. I'm excited to see them work
Quantum
on
drive is now off.
the gas giant tech that they're going to be doing. What am I waiting for here? Why is my... There we go. Alright, so we'll jump up over the top of the planet again.
Quantum drive is now on.
And we should have a straight shot back to Delamar. I think the most exciting part about this build being so stable
Quantum drive is now
and
off.
them jumping to a live build is that we are quite possibly looking at me getting to start doing some 3.3.5
Quantum drive is now
content and getting to Hurston and our first actual planet that we can land. So far all these are moons. Can't land on Crusader, of course, the gas giant. They do plan on having like a cloud city sort of thing. And Delamar's not even a moon. It's a planetoid. It's a giant asteroid, essentially. Levski's just one big mining facility when it comes down to it. So this has been a relatively smooth flight here, no interdictions. Nobody's tried to stop us, kill us. Somewhat unfortunate. You would never hear an actual person say that, of course. Unless they were bloodthirsty. Or really just like the challenge. Alright, so we are going to... Alright, man, we're cooled down. Let's go ahead and spool up. Levski is... There it is. Oh, I guess I do have a drop-off marker. I shouldn't have had to look that hard.
Quantum drive is now on.
Work smarter, not harder. That's what they say, right?
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, no reason for you to have jumped me up that high like that, but sure. Alright, let's go and go up to 1,000 meters per second. I was gonna say, it seemed to work out really well for us last time, 1,000 meters per second, getting there pretty quickly. That wasn't a Mustang. Not that it should matter. This is a bigger ship, so it might take a little while longer to slow it down, but I don't think that's gonna be a problem. It's not like we're flying in our Constellation or in a Reclaimer, which is a massive ship. I definitely crashed one of those pretty hard not all that long ago. Oh good, and we're back to not actually having full control on our throttle. Or we were still just coming in too far. Too far? Too fast. That's the word. Alright, so let's go ahead and get permission to land here. Can't hear what you're saying, dude, but I hope you're telling me, yeah, go ahead and land. Yeah, you are. Alright. Let's drop the gear. Our full VTOL thrusters here. Not sure what's going on with the sound here anymore, but it is what it is. Alright. Level ourselves up.
Deck impact warning.
Drop it down for a perfect landing.
Landing complete.
Touchdown! Landing complete.
Alright, let's go ahead and just power off on this.
Weapons offline.
Cool thing I like about these two is you do have the weapon racks here, and you can actually store weapons in right now, even at this build of the game. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up, not stow. Come on. Interesting sound glitches for sure. And of course I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, that's a much better landing than with the Mustang. Like, my door dropped right in the center of the landing pad, so... Granted, I've flown the Cutlass a lot more than I've flown the Mustang, so I kind of have a better idea of the length of the ship. Yeah, it's kind of like driving a car. You drive the same car for a while, and you get a feel, you know, for the size and the shape of it. So you can, if you're anything like me anyways, you can actually, you know, turn into parking spots or something that you probably should be a little more careful with, but you kind of cut the corners in just nice because you know exactly where your front bumper's at, you know, where your fender's at. I freak people out a lot when I'm driving, just because I know where my car is at, or the outside edges of my car is at so much I can get pretty close to things. Alright, so we are dropping this off, I assume, in the admin section here,